3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never just not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Love. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
My ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mike 50. Hey, Delta.
3rd and 2, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Ready. Black 15. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go.
First carry for James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59. Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go. Bang.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And his first carry, he loses the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, it's Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run with Lindsey, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Kendrick Bourne with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
59 mark. Check, 59. It's a party now. It's a zero. Check 37. Check 37. Check safety. 12. Check 26.
The drive will start with Connor, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rivers to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Safety's creeping.
Hey, Alpha.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. His first catch, good for 9 in the 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Shoves him away. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Rivers looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, Luck. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
1st down, Broncos.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, Luck. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Now left. Now he's forced out left. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Throwing again is Love. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. T.J. Watt, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
What we got?
Throwing is Love. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, here's Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
On first down, Connor plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check back 34.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch block, motion, block. 180. 34 is the mic. 34 is the mic. Let's go, hey.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line.
Cut. Hey, Rocket. Check 3. Watch twist.
Connor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Mike 5'9". Hey, Echo. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. White. Twist. Hey, look, 3.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Kill. Hey, easy.
They'll run on first down. Connor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. 59. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And this is caught at the 8. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Set. 390. Check. 47. Here it comes. Pick the edge. Q. Split.
They'll run here with Connor. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Left. Watch the safety creep. Undercrunch. Kill. Orange 5-4. Check. Whip. Watch the whip. He's coming. Double up. Wait, 89.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They come out here in the eye. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1, it's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Switzer. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point from McManus is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, 79. 79. 59. Hey, wahoo. I'm like the 59. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check it back, check it back.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Load it. Load it. Hey, Haywood. 59. That's right.
Now Rivers. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Second 90. Block 11. Room. Go. 59. Check. 59. Rip right. Mike, check. 59. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Mike's 5'9".
Now on second and 13. Rivers. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They run with Washington. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Round 80. You remember me? You remember? Orange 5-4. Kill. Check 9. Q.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Rocket. Mike's 4-2. Here we go. Hey, I'm going to go load it. 42's Mike. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Let's go!
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On first and 10, Locke. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
3 buds. Wide, get wide. 36. Hatch it. Monday. Let him know. Run 11. Right there, 54 Mike. Oh, here we go.
Here's Locke. And Sanders has got it complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Mike 54. Hey, here I come.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Close. Mike 4. Reggie. Not too bad. Come on, QB, come on. Kill.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. They'll let this go deep for... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
What, 90?
59. You don't want 90. Pick up the ball.
Load it.
Washington gets it going right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DeAndre Washington, 96 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Connor going to try and run it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Luck. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Luck now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw, Luck. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Luck. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Zero.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Guys, stay.
On play action, Rivers. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
12.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
He's coming. We got double up. Showing up.
On 1st down, it's Connor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check 24. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
That's right.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Ship.
White. Stay hot. Run 80. Stay hot.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Love. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Check. Cross.
Third and long. It's locked. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check out.
Here's Locke. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Luck now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Locke. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Here's Connor on 1st down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing.